Hello MAUSD families. My name is Patrick Reen. I'm Superintendent for MAUSD. In today's reopening video, I'm going to talk about our reopening plans in light of the new guidance from the Department of Health and the Agency of Education. I'm going to talk about our developing plans for childcare and the new guidance that came out for fall sports. But before we get to that, I want to remind you that we have a town hall community event coming up on August 18th from 6:30 to 8:30. So any questions that you may have, there'll be an opportunity for you to ask those questions and hopefully get a response. So I hope to see you there. And we'll be sending the link out for that later this week. As you may have heard, the Agency of Education and the Department of Health recently released new guidance for reopening schools. While the new guidance still has schools reopening at step 2, it does suggest that students in grades kindergarten through 5th grade be distanced to at least 3 feet. Prior, the guidance said that they be distanced to at least 6 feet. Now, while students coming back as close as 3 feet makes it possible for us to bring all of our K through 5 students back for in-person instruction, and though that is reassuring in many ways that that's something that we can do, I think it indicates how healthy the Vermont numbers are and how safe it is for us to reopen our schools. And despite the fact that we really very much want to bring back all of our students, we need to know that we can do this safely. And we need to know that we can, for example, take the temperatures of all of our students. So that's 600 or 700 temperatures per day that we're going to need to take. We need to know that we can feed students in their classrooms because we're not going to be using our cafeterias. So for those reasons, our plans right now are to continue with a hybrid reopening plan as we've been planning all along. We want to make sure that we can open as safely and as soon as we can. So more information will come out on that later, but for right now, our plans are to open in a hybrid model as we've been planning. Hopefully, after a relatively brief period of time, we can welcome back more of our students under the new guidance, knowing that our systems are working and feeling confident that we can keep everyone safe and healthy as students learn and play more closely together. We know our hybrid approach to reopening creates a childcare challenge for many families, and today I'm really happy to announce that MAUSD will be providing childcare to families in the 5-town community. Our childcare is going to be offered on Mondays and Tuesdays and Thursdays and Fridays, but not on Wednesdays, from 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. There will be a fee for our childcare program, and our ELP team is going to be working closely with families that are seeking financial support by connecting them with some state subsidies and also some limited local scholarships that we may have available. We're not able to provide childcare on Wednesdays due to a need for staffing, but also a need to disinfect our buildings on those Wednesdays in between sessions of in-person instruction. Having that time with fewer people in the building is going to be really important for us to do that well and keep everyone safe and healthy. We've built our childcare program based on the information we received in the family survey. Now, we understand the family survey was the best information families had at the time of completing the survey, and those numbers may not be true anymore. So on Friday, August 14th, we're going to be sending out registration forms to all families to help us really get a more concrete number of students that may need this kind of support. And hopefully the system that we've been building is going to still hold true with the numbers that come in through those registration forms. However, if we find that we are having some capacity issues, there may be some families whose need we might not be able to meet, or we'll do everything we can to grow our capacity to help meet that need. But those registration forms, which are going out on Friday, August 14th, we're going to ask for those back on Friday, August 21st, so we can try to get some really good numbers and make sure that we can do our best to meet the need that is a true need from our community. Guidance was also recently released about the fall sports season, and I'm thankful to say that there will be a fall sports season this year. Now, for sports like soccer and field hockey, the rules of the game will look the same, but players will be required to wear a mask the full time during play and while they're on the sidelines. Additionally, students will be separate on the sidelines as much as possible, trying to keep the physical distancing that is so important. For cross country, masks may not be required if conditions can be created to keep students spaced out and maintain their physical distancing. Football will look quite different. There will be no full contact scrimmages or games allowed, but low contact alternatives are being considered. And the Mount Abe Athletics Department is working out some of the details, and they'll share those details out when they're ready. There will also be a limit to the number of spectators on the sidelines. Currently, that limit is 150 people. The guidelines may change and will adjust as those guidelines do. But the families on the sidelines will also need to be keeping family pods separate from other family pods and wearing their mask while they're on the sidelines. I hope this video helps provide a little more clarity as we move closer to reopening. Don't forget, if you have any questions, you can submit them to covid.help@mausd.org. Also, don't forget about our town hall on August 18th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. The link will be coming out soon through Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Front Porch Forum, email, smoke signals, any other way that we can get the information out to you. You can be looking for that information. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.